Are you dead? Millions of Chinese paid this app to ask that exact question. Earlier this year, this app, literally called Are You Dead, went viral among young people in China. This one bizarre app revealed a crisis hiding in plain sight: loneliness. The app simply requires users to check in once every 2 days, miss the tap, and an alert is sent to an emergency contact. Now, all of their common concern was if they died in their room, no one would even know. And this is part of a much bigger trend, one where people are paying strangers for friendship. Now you may wonder, in a country of 1.4 billion people, where many of them are crammed into densely packed cities, loneliness may seem like an unlikely concern. But what seems like a modern problem is actually the result of decades of change. Traditionally, most Chinese families live together across generations. With urbanization, that has changed, with many young people moving to cities and living on their own. And the country also has a culture that often encourages competition. And China's notorious 996 work culture means workers toil from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week. Add to that long working hours, rising living costs, and economic uncertainty. It has made it harder for people to build and maintain close relationships, and many people can't find a job at all, which itself carries stigma and shame and can lead to reclusiveness. Now, China's one-person household population is rising. According to research institutions, there may be up to 200 million one-person households in China by 2030. As more young people live alone and work farther from family networks, they tend to have a harder time maintaining traditional social ties, which has led to an unusual but rapidly expanding companionship economy that is reportedly worth over $7.4 billion. Young people in China are increasingly paying for companionship. They're paying for everything from hiking buddies and hotpot partners to hospital visit companions. The market is built on paid social connection, emotional support, and shared experiences. Hikers book and pay for climbing buddies, to walk with them, carry bags, and take photos for a few hundred won. Young people are paying partners for eating out at hotpot restaurants, which is usually a meal traditionally shared with friends. Now, not only the demand, China's highly competitive job market has also ensured a steady flow in the supply of such service providers. With stable jobs becoming harder to find, it has pushed many young people into gig work, as graduates and job seekers turn to delivery, ride-hailing, and other online platform work in the absence of stable jobs. Official data shows China has more than 200 million so-called flexible workers. Providers, often student or young gig workers, advertise on social media with promise of emotional value, conversation, and practical help, turning what was once an experience or favor among friends into a bookable and payable service. As Chinese households become smaller and the population continues to age, the companionship economy is poised for further growth. China's evolving social dynamics also include a declining marriage rate. Marriages in China plunged 20% to a record low in 2024. These are creating a very different generation, one that's more independent, more mobile, but often more isolated. From paying strangers to share a meal to using an app just to prove that they're still alive, China's loneliness crisis is creating an economy built around something money was never meant to buy: human connections.